Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 52nd edition of LM's Weekly Wrap, our weekly program to cover the market developments. I think markets at a record high, and it's been a kind of a record achievement for the markets being felicitated everywhere. And as far as the Indian economy goes, I think we are ticking all the boxes in the right manner. I think the corporate earnings have been quite good. We are seeing the banking sector making a comeback. The monsoons progress has been satisfactory. We are off to a slow start, but I think things are coming back. Inflation is showing signs of moderation. It remains at elevated levels, but overall the progress has been good. Raw material costs have been coming down. The inflation pressure overall in the economy is easing off, and we are seeing crude prices also correct close to $72 a barrel. So overall, I think the feel is very good. The FIIs have been quite positive on the markets, and the result is there for everyone to see. Markets are at a record high. At LM's weekly wrap, I think it's an achievement for us also. We are completing 1 year of our LM weekly wrap, and we especially thank all our viewers and followers who have been appreciating our program. And I thank my team members, that is Jash and Megha, for their rich and varied contribution to our program. And without much ado, I hand over to Jash for his weekly inputs. Jash, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Kindly take us.
It's a moment of pride and utter happiness that we've completed 1 year. We've been through a lots of ups and downs in the market, quite literally. We've always commented on the negative and the positive of the markets, but we've always said that be cautious and keep holding, because the power of investment is only fruitful if you hold for a certain amount of time, and of course if you have the correct time to exit. But as no one can catch the top or the bottom, we've always asked to maintain and book healthy profits and hold on to the stocks that are moving upwards. Now, without wasting any more time, I would like to start off with Nifty. Nifty has crossed 19,000 mark for the first time ever in the history of our index since it was listed, and Sensex has crossed 64,000. I think this is being cheered by the market. It is due to various reasons. Our economy has been very strong, as we have been commenting, and I'll put more light on that later. Right now, I'll talk about the US market. There's not a lot to mention over there. They have maintained their stance and maintained their view. And it is a wait and watch for them. There is the numbers are being very strong. The data that has been posted by the US markets have been very strong. The job data, the wage data, and all of those, unemployment data. So all in all, it's looking good for them, but the inflation part still remains a concern, and that's what we'll have to see. Another very interesting part is the crude prices at $72 a barrel. So that price level is very good for India, but despite the whole chaos with Russia last weekend, the civil war that was broken out for a day, and then of course the president had taken care of it, the prime minister and president. So that should have caused a hike in crude oil prices, along with OPEC decreasing their output by 1 million barrels a day. So that should have caused a spike in crude oil prices, but it did not. The reason is very simple, that there is a weakness in the global economy. So when there is a weakness, the inflation, the commodity prices always remains low. So that is what we need to look out for. But for in that matter, India is very lucky, as lower the crude oil prices, lower our import bill, and that is what is going to help us. Coming back to the Indian economy, why we see the markets at record high today, I would just like to throw some light on that. The earning trajectory has started improving as the commodity inflation is going down. So naturally, the margins of the company are going up. We could see that in the last quarter, and we can see that in the commentary. Also, a certain aspect over there is the FMCG companies have started giving rate cuts. We don't see that very often in the market, but they obviously want to pass it down to the consumer and boost their sales by volume. So their margin will be maintained, but the all in all the prices will come down. So it's a big cheer for the rural economy as well. You have started seeing green shoots of the rural economy. You can see the prices of two-wheelers and the sales of two-wheelers going up already. Monsoon, the El Nino effect of the monsoon has also started showing signs of respite. We might think that the monsoon might be normal because in the last 1 week in Maharashtra at least the monsoon has been covered up. And a very interesting fact that I would like to mention is first time in many years Delhi and Bombay have got their monsoon together. Otherwise Bombay is always first because of the southwesterly winds. But this is a very interesting observation that we have made. But I think the negatives are behind us for the time being. But that said, when the market comes into all out positive zone and where the fear drops and the greed takes over, that is the time I think we should be watchful and be aware. So if you have stocks that have recovered their losses, stocks that have got commendable gains, I think you should book about 30-40% at this point for sure. Why 30-40%? So that you don't miss the bus that goes ahead. And if you book 30-40%, if it goes down, you're not upset about it as well. So that marks my commentary on global and Indian markets, and I would like to hand over to Nirav, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jash. So yes, a lot of good insights from Jash in his commentary on the markets. We start off with the sector-wise coverage of the markets. First of all, we start off with the auto sector. I think auto sector clearly was one of the star sectors of this week. We've seen Maruti, Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra up about 4.5% in trade today, and all these stocks have hit 52-week highs and continue to make new highs, and that is on the back of strong prospects, strong economy going forward, and as just rightly pointed out, that with monsoon also supporting the economy, I think auto stocks have been in top gear today. Apart from this, we also seen some very good momentum in auto ancillaries, particularly the battery makers, the tire stocks. During the week, we've seen good rotation happening in the tire stocks, at whether it is MRF or whether it is Apollo Tires or our LM Weekender stock, which we have been reiterating again and again, that is JK Tire, which was up very strongly in trade today. So I think these auto stocks have rallied on the ahead of the monthly auto sales numbers, which are expected by tomorrow or latest by Monday. So I think that should be a booster for the auto sales numbers. Apart from this, we have had stocks like SML, Isuzu, Force Motors, which also have performed very well in the market. So overall, auto ancillary is a picture of strength for the economy. After this, we have banking and financial services. In banking, I think we had the RBI financial stability report, and this financial stability report has given a good lot of pointers about the economy. That it says that the investment demand is picking up, the credit demand is picking up in the economy, and it is highlighting that the overall asset quality of the banks has been improving. It's improving quite substantially, and as a result of this, we have seen banks as well as NBFC stocks do very well in trade. And now, as far as the banks are concerned, we have seen some very good momentum happening in IndusInd Bank, Axis Bank. We had the long impending merger of HDFC Bank being announced. All the broad contours of the deal were announced, and markets are really excited about this development. So in a way, I think the HDFC Bank merger really gave a push to the markets. It really gave a fillip to the markets. It was a very big propellant for the market during the week. So I think NBFCs again are also doing quite well in trade. We remain particularly very bullish on the stocks like L&T Finance Holdings, AB Capital, whether it is Canfin Homes or whether it is M&M Financial Services. I think all these stocks have a very strong potential to perform further even from the current levels. Third is the capital good makers. I think the capital good makers also continue to do very well in trade. We have stocks like Cummins, Thermax, Praj Industries, which have the potential to deliver strongly even from the current levels. ABB, Siemens, not to mention the same. So I think they also continue to do very well. As far as IT is concerned, I think IT was one sector which has been under tremendous pressure in the markets. But this week, the Nifty IT index was up 3% in trade. So we've seen a pullback rally even over there too. So even the IT sector has started participating in this rally. So we've seen good momentum in Infosys, TCS, HCL Technologies, but a word of caution is there that as far as the IT companies are concerned, the deal mix is totally tilted towards cost optimization deals. So as far as discretionary spending is concerned, the offshore clients have been very, very particular about not spending on any discretionary projects, but they want to spend on cost optimization deals. That means those deals where they are able to cut their cost and improve their operational efficiencies. So this is as far as IT is concerned. In the infrastructure space, we have seen stocks make new highs. For example, L&T, which is the proxy to India's infrastructure story, has also hit a 52-week high. And apart from this, one sector which was totally in the doldrums, that is the pharma sector, has made a comeback. So pharma, I think as indicated by us earlier also, Lupin is showing a lot of strength. The stock crossed 900 levels today and is poised to go back to the 1200 levels very soon. So watch out for this stock. Sun Pharma doing very well in trade. The Sun Pharma is also up to about 3% in trade today. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories is doing quite well. And there were certain stocks which are making a comeback. They are making a comeback in a sense they are turning around their operations. Case in point is Star. There is Strides Pharma. Is doing quite well in trade. It's likely to turn around and still post better set of numbers. Laurus Labs is likely to do very, very well. And a couple of stocks which could be turnaround stories in a way. One is Sequence Scientific, which is looking quite good, and the second is Piramal Pharma. So watch out for these stocks also in trade. They could be good potential turnaround stories. As far as LM weekenders are concerned, some of our weekenders continue to do exceptionally well. I think Elecon Engineering is there. Action Construction Equipment, which did very well in trade. The stock crossed the 500 levels. We have JK Tyre, which has been doing very well. Bharat Electronics doing very well in trade. And TRIL, a stock which was recommended by us at close to 40 levels, has crossed the 100 levels already. So Transformers Rectifiers doing very well in trade. And rest, I think all the themes continue to do quite well, whether it is defense, whether it is railways, whether it is textiles, hotels. These are the themes which are looking quite good. And as pointed out by us last week, hospital related stocks will do well, and most of the hospital related stocks are close to 52-week highs. A lot of themes to discuss, but I think time constraints will not permit us any further. So we come to the end of our 52nd edition, and once again we thank all of you for the support which you have been giving us, and all your feedback, all your queries and observations, and your nice comments. I hand over to Jash for the closing remarks.
Thank you, sir. As it is the 52nd edition, I would request you to make this video viral if you can, and like, share and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you very much.